Good morning, dear class 10 students. Dear students, let us today start the civics portion, first chapter, that is chapter 1, our constitution. And in this chapter, we will basically talk about the Indian constitution and its importance. So, students, let us begin the first paragraph. The Constitution of India came into effect on 26 January 1950 when India became a sovereign democratic republic. So, the Constitution of India that started working or that came into in the function on 26 January 1950 when India became a republic. Constitution is a comprehensive document containing the set of rules according to which the government of our country runs. So the constitution actually it is a set of rules, and according to these constitution's rule and regulations, the government of India or government of our country that functions, that acts. It regulates the position and power of the three organs of the government: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. So, in the constitution, the government has been given three different, would call the powers, that is the legislative power, executive power, and judiciary power. So, and states how they are interrelated, and that also tells that how these all three power organs are interrelated. It assumes special importance as it moderates relations between the government and the governed, and here it moderates, that means it is a guideline of the government how to govern the country. Further, it protects the interest of the citizens by restraining the government from taking arbitrary decisions, and also the constitution basically deals with the betterment of the people or the citizen of the country. The aim of the constitution of our nation is to ensure smooth governance of welfare of its citizen, and the aim or the main purpose of the constitution is to govern to be governed the country in a proper way and for the welfare of the citizens. The principles of the constitution distinguished a constitutional or democratic government from an absolute monarchy or a dictatorship. So the constitution, it is formed in a such a way, and it shows the differences between the democratic system of government as well as the monarchy system of government or a dictatorship or type of government. Now, enactment of the Indian Constitution. When we have studied in the freedom movement of India that the cabinet mission arrived in India in 1946 and put forward a set of proposals to meet the demands of the freedom fighters. So when we talk about the freedom movement, then the British Queen sent a cabinet mission or the group of cabinet ministers to India, and the main purpose of these cabinet missions to come to India was to propose some of the political policies to the Indian freedom fighters. One of these proposals involved setting up of a constituent assembly. So one of the proposal was that the cabinet decided to set up or establish a constituent assembly whose members were to be elected indirectly by the provincial legislative assembly lower house only. So those who will be the member of Constituent Assembly, they will be elected only from the provincial legislative indirectly. Now elections to the provincial assembly were held in July 1946. The princely states, that means the states or the kingdoms which were ruled by the Indian kings and queens at that time, were represented by the members nominated by the rulers of these states. So the king and the queens, they appointed or nominated from their own territories for the membership of Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly of Undivided India consisted of 385 members, okay, 292 elected and 93 nominated by the princely states. So 292 are indirectly elected by the people, and 93 members of the Constituent Assembly were from the princely states, that means from the different kingdoms, and they are nominated by the kings and queens. The Constitution of India was framed by the Constituent Assembly. So this way the Indian Constitution was made or established by the Constituent Assembly. Now, formation of the Constituent Assembly. The first sitting of the Constituent Assembly was held on December 9, 1946. It was held at the present Central Hall of Parliament and was presided over by the Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. So, Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the first, we would call the president of this particular Constituent Assembly meeting, and this was the first meeting was held on December 9, 1946 in the Parliament, which is now present in New Delhi. The oldest sitting member of the Central Assembly. So Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the one of the oldest member of this particular organization or the Constituent Assembly. So on December 11, 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected President of Constituent Assembly. So later on in this, after Dr. Sachidanand Sinha, the second president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who became the leader of Constituent Assembly. The Muslim League boycotted the Constituent Assembly to demand the creation of separate state called Pakistan. But the Muslim League or Muslim leaders, they rejected the formation of Constituent Assembly because they demanded for the creation of a new country, that is Pakistan. That's why the Muslim leaders were not having any interest to be the part of the Constituent Assembly because they had an aim to have a new country at that time. Now, consequently, the members representing the territories which went to Pakistan withdrew from the Constituent Assembly of India. So, now we can see the result that the territories which went into the area of Pakistan, they did not join to the Constituent Assembly of India. As a result, the membership of the Constituent Assembly of India stood at 293 against the original number of 385. So only 299 members who were really the member of Constituent Assembly, and almost we could see here 86 members, they would call left the Constituent Assembly, or they left the membership because they were from the Muslim League community, or they were all Muslim leaders. So only 299 members, they established the Indian Constitution. Of these, 284 were actually present on November 26, 1949 and appended their signatures to the Constitution has finally passed. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad continued to be the we call the President of Constituent Assembly of India between December 9, 1946 and August 14, 1947. The Assembly held 5 sessions. So dear students, today we will discuss up to this much, and then we'll continue in the next video class, to the another topic, that is composition of the Constituent Assembly. Thank you.